All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to be starting to look around for some weapons. So that's objective number one today, is we're going to look around for things that are actually helpful in the fight against the plague hearts. So come into these little places, and we're looking for materials. You go to these material spots because the materials outposts or materials sites, they tend to be a good place to pick up things like heavy weapons, blunt weapons, which give you an advantage against plague hearts. And as always, remember where your dodge button is. All right, so we're gonna slap some zombies around with the back end of our car. We're gonna kill that screamer because we can. And then we're going to stop here.
What difficulty are you playing at again?
This is on Dread. So the only blood plague freaks you'll see today might be juggernauts if we unlock those. All right. So far I have found nothing, but that's fine. That's fine. We'll return home with the materials and we'll get started with that stuff.
So we do have a question from La Coalición. He wants to know from Brant, what was the hardest weapon to make in the game?
That's a tough question. My guess would be actually the difficulty Mark Lautenbach had while he was modeling the FAL. The detail on that is ridiculous. It's not like most modern guns are basically, you could cut it in half and it's, it mirrors. That gun, not even. They did some weird stuff when they designed it. So Mark had to solve some really interesting design problems, or some construction problems with that.
Alright, so we're going to continue looking around for decent weapons. The starter areas of every map generally have some kind of gun waiting for you at a lot of different spots. So we're going to stop at this military stash. It sometimes has a gun. It's usually some kind of a pistol. So we'll see what we find.
What map are you on right now?
Right now we're on Meager Valley, which is not... There we go. So now we've got a gun. We're in business. Now we just need to find either a better gun or a heavy weapon.
So for a player who is on a different map, are there some rules of thumb for identifying these really good gun finding sites?
Yeah. So anything. Let's go to the anything that generally has this kind of demarcation. Any of these gun stores. There's almost always, like when you first start a map, there's almost always something along these lines here. You have like a survivalist store, this little ammo shop. They are always guaranteed to have at least one weapon. And then a lot of these places that are these houses or facilities that are close to your starting base, they will have different kinds of resources that you can find, which you wouldn't normally find. Especially in this map, you wouldn't normally find like medicine in a house, but it's guaranteed since it's the starting area. Kind of like you're guaranteed to find a gun at one of these two sites as you're going through them. Let's go ahead and just clear out all of the... There we go.
Yeah, gun stores, the military roadblocks. Checkpoints,
like these ones, the military
also,
stash.
Yep, they're also good, usually good places, especially on difficulties lower than Nightmare. Sometimes on Nightmare they just give you a box of screws and, well, we kind of screw you. But lower difficulties, yes, it should be a veritable cornucopia.
So
then someone pointed out also that there are the rare weapons cases too that you can find.
Yep. And what I'm looking for at this point is primary weapons. Not what I was looking for, but I'll take it. But what I'm looking for in my melee weapons right now is this impact is the first one. Impact defines like how much damage due to juggernauts, humans, human NPCs, and then also to play cards, funnily enough. And so I'm looking for a melee weapon that will be better. I'll gladly accept anything that is a blunt weapon or even a heavy weapon, but I'm probably not going to find those kinds of weapons here in a gun store. So I found some decent guns. Do I have room in my trunk? That's the other question. Not really. Alright, so let's go see what else we can find in the gun store. Real quick. Real quick. Go faster, go faster, go faster. Road flares. Useful on dread. Useful on dread, but not so much in things like, say, nightmare and lethal. I get the... Nope, nope, it's in there, isn't it? Is that the one I missed? Or is that one open?
Looks like it.
That's the one I missed. Oh.
Oh, by the way, it is last call for anybody who's watching us on Twitch who wants to potentially win a hat. Type !birthday into the chat. It's kind of your last chance. They're about to drop.
YouTube, you'll get your chance next.
All right, and what we've got with the AR-15 gives me a good starting point. We're going to go ahead and drop back by the house and drop off some of this stuff really quick from out of our trunk, and then we're going to go and see if we can't find a better melee weapon. Now that parang is much better than my cleaver, so we're going to go ahead and swap that out. Put this away, that away, and that. This, that, and that thing. Oops. Nope, nope, I want that back. Thank you.
I always forget about that feature where you can use the parking spot to actually load things into your trunk, to load gas and toolkits into your trunk. People in my chat on my personal stream often make fun of me for the fact that I don't remember features like that in the game.
Well, and, you know, I mean, something about, you know, you built the thing. Well, you know, but I didn't build the whole thing.
Yeah, Brian added that feature, I think in update like 4 or something. It was
Yeah.
pretty early, but it just didn't register with me.
All right, what do we got here? Nothing. We've just got a bunch of special materials. We're going to close the door, let that zombie be by himself. We're going to give him a little bit of a timeout.
So it looks like we have a winner on Twitch. It's Zero Skilled PB has just won a hat, so congratulations, Zero Skill. And now it is YouTube's turn. So YouTube, over the next 15 minutes, if you type !enter into the chat, you will get the chance to win a hat. That's people watching us live on YouTube. If you're watching this as a VOD later, sorry, you did miss your chance.
All right, what do we got over here?
Quit your job and watch us on Mondays.
Yeah, no more of that.
You might get a hat.
Well, I mean, you know, maybe you need those. Maybe you need a hat for work. You know, like you could just go on the rest of your days off. Okay, we're gonna leave behind a whole bunch of stuff because we're looking specifically for weapons. Not interested.
Joe, here's a question for you from Brian Menard. Would you advise players to aim for some bounty broker weapons early on for guns?
If they are available. Right now, I don't have any bounties available to me because I'm, you know, obsessively complete them every month. But yes, that would be a really good way to do it. And in fact, thank you, Brian. I'll probably go ahead and, if I can't find one in these first couple spots, that's exactly what I should do. So, thank you for pointing that out.
Check that one, Joe. Check that one right there.
Which one?
The special weapon case.
Oh, the special weapons case. This one's going to be ranged.
Unless it's booze, which you might need anyways.
Well, you know, everybody needs booze.
Everyone needs like single malt scotch.
It's going to be in here. It's going to be a shotgun. All right. So
for new players who are watching this, you know, for advice, these special weapon cases, they all look like this, right? And they have, if you can actually see them at night because there's a little light on top of them that sort of shines up into the sky.
That's true. Yes. So super helpful way to find it is to go out at night and try to find them. Even though that seems counterintuitive, like going out at night kind of sucks, but it is a good way to find weapons. So since Brian pointed it out, How much influence do I have? 400. That's not going to be enough.
That's
All right.
not going to get you anything.
That's not going to get me anything. It's certainly not going to get me the tank hammer I wanted.
Angel Life has a good question. How many special weapons cases are there on each map? Is there like 8?
No, there actually is. For the host player, there are 5 of each on every map. So there are 5 ranged and there are 5 melee.
Okay.
However, the chances that you're going to find them all in good time, let's go, is very small. And the fact that and whether or not they give you a weapon that's good against plague hearts is an entirely other question. Get off.
Don't let them do that, Joe.
Yeah, it turns out that that's bad for your health. Oh right, we're right next to a plague heart, and I did find a blunt weapon, and I did say that was one of the things we were going for. So let's go do this.
Yeah. Well,
Plus we've got an AR-15.
While you may personally like neck nibbles, it's not good for our game.
Right. So I'm just going to use this for now. Blunt weapons hit more than one target at a time. Unlike bladed weapons, they're not quite as strong as, say, like a heavy weapon at that. I can't.
Oh, Joe. No.
Oh, I'm fine. I don't know what you're talking about. All right.
You're giving everyone here a heart attack.
Aha! A+ for title of the movie. Alright. So. I don't frequently die in these things, but I think I might pull it off today. So we didn't find anything super helpful. Oh, now we're out. But we did, since we found that, use the terrain to your advantage.
Nice.
Well, that's still not more, but it gives us a bunch of other things that we can replace. So once you've killed a plague heart, you can start figuring these things out. And, we'll get rid of this, and we'll keep those. And take that just in case, but we can drop this. We can also grab, because in every one of these you're going to find an 8-slot backpack, and that's always an upgrade.
Joe, I just want to highlight that there are multiple people in the chat, as you're getting yourself nearly killed and infected, saying that you're doing an impression of me.
No. This is just me being, what's the word I'm looking for? Cocky? Yeah.
Did the Plague Heart have a giant, or have a replacement liver for the one that they just ate?
From this character? Probably not.
Yeah.
No.
That's too bad.
Yeah. But now that I've got some plague samples, we're doing all right. This will allow me to finish up this first mission. And I've got some meds on my back, so that will allow me to do even more than that. This person's outside. Perfect. There you go. Have some. Now they're a hero. Oh, wait. We're going to try to give us fuel. Oh, we're full. We got to go. Maybe I'll come back for the fuel later. But what this will do is this will allow me to make, now that I have some plague samples, and I've got some meds in my pack, I've got weapons for this survivor at least. Now we got to go find more weapons for the other survivors. And the best way to do that is to go out